way to Hydropolis, which is like a museum of water, taking a walk. It's about 6 p.m. and we'll be there soon, so I'll record once we get inside. If you walk through here and make it on time, you don't get wet. Our first stop for Hydropolis was of course the presentation, so we went into this super cool room where they introduced us to the history of water and cool facts about it, as well as the history of Poland's water system as well. The setup of this museum is really similar to an IKEA because you walk along this line and then you're presented with several exhibits along the way. It started off with the most obvious, largest amounts of water on our planet, which are in our oceans, and you're able to go into the submarine and then see the wildlife through this exhibit. There's a bunch of interactive stations and touchpads throughout the whole museum, so you're able to get a lot of cool facts and an abundance of knowledge about basically anything water related. After oceans, we worked our way up towards the more human-related waterworks. It started off with these boat models, and then we worked our way towards the city models, which were absolutely stunning. There were more interactive sites at this station, and you could see kind of an X-ray of the city and how the waterways work. In the outskirts of town, we were able to see original buildings that were still there from when my dad was a little kid, so he got to tell me some nice childhood stories and show me around. Morning, it's August 16th, our last day, full day sadly, in Poland. We're gonna do some last minute things today, shop around for last minute gifts, and get ready, pack, and sleep to be well rested for the airport. Since I woke up pretty early as usual, I made myself a breakfast to hold me over until our brunch later that afternoon, where we went to our favorite cafe for the last time. Last breakfast before we go at the bakery. On the last day, we checked off our remaining tourist attractions that we had yet to see in Wrocław, so we went to the Four Domes Pavlon Art Museum and hung around Centennial Hall until it was time to say goodbye to friends and family. Beautiful art here. It's mainly like architecture and contemporary so far, and I'm really impressed with all the works that I'm seeing so far. This museum was different than the ones we were seeing on our previous days here in Poland because although it was an old museum, meaning they actually celebrated the 100th anniversary of the victory over Napoleon in it, it was totally new in terms of the art and exhibits that were set up at the time. There was this huge cafe area that I absolutely loved. I think they were planning on adding some more art here, but it was kind of in the process of an upgrade. We looked at what was on the display and then enjoyed some coffee at their museum's cafe. On our way out of the museum, we saw a really cool and futuristic coat rack and then made our way towards my grandma's house where we said our last goodbyes. There was a lot of food trucks set up at Centennial Hall that we didn't notice the days before, so we also tried some bratwurst on the way. We just got done with the museum. Now we got some currywurst because my dad hasn't had some in a while. There's like a little food truck that sells it. And now we're off to our next destination, which is back to the gallery for a bit and then saying bye to my grandparents, sadly saying goodbye to everyone, and then packing, getting ready for the airport. The tramway stations in Poland have a little ticket booth or snack area, so I tried some of my dad's childhood candy while we were there. Not sure if candy cigarettes would be entirely accepted into America, but it was quite an interesting concept. Got my grandma flowers, now we're waiting for the tramway and unfortunately gonna say our goodbyes for now. Or, well, see you next time, I guess. The absolute toughest part about visiting family is always leaving, but my grandparents accompanied us really nicely with some last-minute home-cooked meals, and then we took some final pictures, said our goodbyes, and headed out. For supper that night, we had some really good shrimp at a new shrimp house right by my grandma's. It had just opened when we flew in and had really good reviews, so we decided to try out some good meals there, and then afterwards I went to the mall for some last-minute shopping. There's 9 hours till our flight. I'm doing some last minute shopping at the gallery that we have here. I'm gonna try to find this perfume that my mom wants from her childhood, but I have no clue where to find it because we've been asking around and it's been kind of tough to find it. I'm gonna get some food for the flight and just to have at home because some snacks they don't have in America, and then maybe shoes also because I'm looking for like white sneakers or something like that, but we'll see. Maybe there's gonna be something unique here that I'll take back home. After a quick 9 hours, we took the taxi to the airport and then made our way towards Germany on the airplane. Good morning, it's currently 3 a.m. We're at the airport waiting for our flight. We're gonna head back to Chicago soon. We said our goodbyes this morning with my other grandma. It was really sad. Never want to leave, but you know, back to school on Monday, so that's how life goes, I guess. We're gonna try sleeping on this plane. We're flying through Germany, so we're gonna stop at Frankfurt, I believe, and then we have a 5-hour layover to Chicago. About to board our flight, which is right behind me. I got a napkin, or a sandwich, because I'm absolutely starving. It's 6 in the morning, and we're gonna head to Frankfurt now. Since I'm not a huge fan of naps in the first place and it was a really quick plane ride, I didn't really get much sleep on this one. On top of that, I was just really excited to see the city that we were going to visit in Germany, which we were going to do next. We are officially in Germany. We just got off our plane. We're going to try to see the old town. We're at Hauptwachen, I think. That's how you pronounce it, and we're trying to head to the old town. It's raining, but it's definitely worth it because, you know, while we're here, might as well. We made it to Main Square. There's a bunch of like crosses on the buildings, which is something that's really unique about German architecture. This huge building behind me is also very unique. It's really royal looking, fancy. We toured the city for about an hour and then we tried these pretzels while we were there. They were really good because German pretzels are something that they're quite known for. We also stopped by a few shops and then headed back to the airport. We're on our way to check back in because we needed to get out of our terminal to go into the old square and then get back into the terminal, so we have to go through one more security check before we can get to our gate and then get on our second plane back to Chicago. We had about a 6-hour flight ahead of us, so we got on board and got comfy for the ride ahead. The views out the window were absolutely amazing. That's one of my favorite parts of traveling, is just looking out the airplane window. Since it was a longer flight, we also enjoyed some food, and then afterwards we just had a few more hours and landed in Chicago. It's currently 3:16. We have about 20 minutes until we land back in Chicago, and then our vacation is officially ended. School starts on Monday. It was a great time, and I can't wait for the next trip. It's gonna be interesting to see how my dog reacts. So I hope you guys enjoyed the footage that I had from Poland. I had an amazing time with friends and family, and I just can't wait to go back. I will see you guys in my next video, and if you did like this one, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!